Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. And we're off for another dressage competition. Still doing the prelim, so this will be the first time we do the prelim on grass. So we're going to Strath, to the polo grounds, and we'll be on the grass there. So I'm really looking forward to it. I am very tired. We went to a friend's birthday party last night, and I wasn't going to have a late night, but it was such a great time. We were sitting around the bonfire and the weather was just lovely considering we're going into winter. Anyway, we got carried away and we were there till fairly late, so I'm not used to late nights and early mornings. But I'm up and my eyes feel a little bit like sandpaper, and hopefully I remember the test. But I'm looking forward to a good day. It's going to be pretty cold, I think, and it's going to be a busy day, so I'm not sure how much I'm really going to get filmed because I'm riding. My tests are quite close together. And then I'm penciling in the afternoon, so I'm going to be leaving Bella in the stable with a huge big hay net, and she's fine, she's pretty cruisy. So I am volunteering as well, so it's going to be a very long day, so I probably didn't need the late night, but I hope you guys enjoy, and next time I see you I'm sure we'll be down at the grounds. Okay, so here we are, ready to bridle. Already saddled up, got dressed. Now it's time to get the bridle on, although she's not going to want to give up her hay. Hey, you darling. So I'm giving myself a good, what are we now? I'm on at 10 o'clock and it's now 9:15. So a fair time to warm up, get nice and relaxed. What's that face? Come on, bridal time. I know you want to keep eating. I know you can. What you doing here, Bill? You've got all that pain there. No more hay. Bella. So I decided not to plait today. It was so cold yesterday. I just didn't want to wash her, and I thought I hate plaiting a dirty mane, so plaiting's optional. So yeah, we've not plaited. Anyway, we're tacked up and ready to go warm up. I'm feeling quite anxious about this. Just hope we nail that canter. Hey Belle, I'm going to be nice and just pop on into canter. I've been doing lots of lunge work with her during the week just to get her free without me up there interfering with her. So I'm hoping that yeah, she strikes off on the right lead, sorry, and we just get a nice canter. But anyway, if we can't get the canter, great. We'll work really hard to get our centre lines and our trot work and pick up some marks there. So, but what will be will be. The main objective, obviously, is to go out and have some fun. And it's, yeah, enjoy the day.
That's better. Right. Maria and Bella are warming up for their preliminary dressage test at Adelaide Hills Dressage Club, 9th of June 24.
apologise, guys. I'm doing probably this voiceover at the worst time because while I'm editing, I have a really bad cold. So we'll see if we can get through this without having a coughing fit. Anyway, on this day, I was feeling quite anxious about doing the prelim again. I've been struggling to get her to soften and bend round my inside leg. But I had a lesson with Lucy, which I've already posted. That was my last vlog. And we worked a lot on the canter, as you would have seen. So I was feeling quite confident about that. And I figured today was a training day and I was going to go into the ring and try and implement everything I learned in my lesson, no matter what it looked like to the judge. So I say scores weren't really important, but me being my competitive self, I found that really hard to put the competition bit aside. Anyhow, here we go, entering down the centre line. So she actually did, she's really weird, she actually does come quite nice to me as we go down the centre line, even if she's been fussy on the outside. So she did quite a nice halt. I got a 6.5, straight entry, crooked in halt, and then wobbly after X, which she was. She was resisting, and then she softened there, but we will wobble up to C. And then she was actually quite nice in the corner here. I was really working on that bend. Track to the right, and then we do a 20-metre circle at B. So as you can see, she's very inconsistent, and I'm watching this back. I forgot all about my melting shoulders and heavy elbows, and my hands are too low and they're moving too much, but never mind. So for that movement there, which was the track right and the circle, we got a 6, and inconsistent head carriage first half of circle. It did come better after the second half of circle. And then we pick up the canter, I think. Oh no, we do a change of rein. Sorry, I'm ahead of myself. So the change of rein, KXM, we got a 6.5 with nice rhythm. And then we go to pick up canter, which is right up the top here by the judge. So here I was thinking hip forward, and of course she decided, oh, maybe I'll do a poo, so the tail was up, but never mind. So I was just thinking hip forward. You can see there I've got my hands over trying to create that bend through the neck. And I felt like her quarters didn't swing to the inside quite so much on that first straight bit. And then the circle I didn't feel was actually too bad, but we got a 5.5 with no comment. The transition before that, we got a 6 with hollow transition. So then we are back to the trot. We got a 6, which was a bit better than what we have had before. And here I made a mistake. I was supposed to do the stretchy circle, but 2 weeks ago when we competed down at Aldinga, I forgot to do the walk. So I was so happy about the canter that the canter was actually pretty good, and my transition was good, and I was thinking, don't forget the walk, don't forget the walk. And what did I do? I forgot the stretchy trot circle. So she toots the horn here, which I've muted. I've given her acknowledgement. Yeah, as soon as she tooted the horn, I realised what I'd done. So we go and trot back down the long side and go and do the stretchy circle. So you lose 2 points for error, the first error. So here we go into our stretchy trot. And if you watched our vlog from the previous competition, you would know that I haven't really done much work on stretchy trot, so that is definitely a work in progress. But she did take my hand down a little bit. Or take the rein down, sorry, a little bit. But we got a 5.5. Could lower and stretch more, but rhythm maintained. So that was good. Then I go to collect the reins. And she wasn't real pleased about that, so we become above the bit. Then we move into the medium walk. which we actually got a 6 for. And then you do like a little V shape. So then you go across the arena and do the loose rein walk. And we got a 7, which was great because you get double marks for that. And we got nice relaxation. Mum lost us there for a little bit. She was having a bit of an issue with the camera and the tripod. I hadn't set her up very well. But anyway, I think we do come back into view shortly. Yeah, she's realised what she's done. So you collect the reins up into trot at C. And we got a 5.5 and a hollow transition. But you can see here down this long side, she's much straighter at the trot, which is good. And then we do a 20-metre circle. And we actually got a 5. Watch circle shape and resistant. She was very resistant throughout this test. So then we go and change the rein again through the trot. And normally our trot work is so much better than this. So I was very disappointed after, that I just wasn't getting good softness. So I don't know what, I think it was maybe my hands on reflection looking at this back. So, well, for that change of rein, we got a 6, better after X, and then that transition to canter, we got a 5.5 and hollow. But at least she maintained the canter this time. And she was a little softer there at the second half of the circle, I felt. And guess what? We actually got a 6 for that canter. So that was great improvement. That's the first time we've got a 6 for any canter work that we've done in the test. And she put better second half, which I felt the same. The transition though, we got a 5.5, losing rhythm. And then down the centre line, my fault, we lost marks. We only got a 6 because I overshot the centre line. And she's put hold not straight. Sorry guys. So all in all, not too bad. I was a bit disappointed with the trot work. Collective marks, we've got a 6 for paces, a 5.5 for impulsion, a 5 for submission because there wasn't a lot of submission, and I got a 6 for my rider position. Nice relaxed test, becoming hollow at times, especially in canter, watch flexion, and kindly ridden, well done. So comments weren't too bad, but I must admit, when I read this back, I did have tears in my eyes because I feel like we've gone right back to the beginning and it's just really hard. But that's horses for you. It's so up and down. So here we go into the prelim 1-3. There was more time than what I've shown here. I didn't really have a lot of time for vlogging in between this day because I was really busy. I was also helping out the committee by doing some penciling. But yes, so I just didn't give her as much warm up. She was even more stiff, particularly to the left. So I have actually got the dentist coming out. As I edit this, I've got the dentist coming out next week to see her, to see if she's having some issues with her teeth, whether she's got sharp teeth, which could be causing that resistance in the mouth. So we go into the centre line, up the centre line, for our prelim 1-3. And we get a 6.5 for this entry. With halt not straight. So she must be swinging her hindquarters out again. I'm not really sure what was going on. I felt the halts weren't too bad, but never mind. So here we go, track to the left. And there was actually someone walking their dog in the trees. That's what she was looking at there. And we do a loop. And since, because the 1-3 has these loops in it, I've actually done a bit of research into riding the loops, and I've been practicing it a lot more since I've done this test, because I felt like we weren't really prepared for those loops. Anyway, so we're up into canter already. The loop, we got a 6, inconsistent head carriage. The transition to canter, we got a 5.5, incorrect flexion. And then the circle at B, we got a 5.5, lacking bend. I felt she kept the rhythm quite nicely though, so the bend will come. And then we do a change of rein. So we have to canter up around the top here and then come across the diagonal to do change of rein, and we have to trot at X. And guess what? We actually got a 6. Yay, another 6 for canter work. And it put, she put forward transition, straight transition she put. Then we go to walk. I'm a bit all over the place with this today. I know my brain's not working either, I think, with my cold. Medium walk, got a 6.5. Forward transition to walk. Get double marks for that, which is good. Free walk on a long rein, we got a 7, and again you get double marks. She generally always does a good free rein walk. Nice relaxation and stretch. Oh yeah, we don't go across the diagonal, we do another loopy. There's lots of these loops in this test. And then we pick up trot at C. Now I've been practicing this so much at home. These upward transitions. I was trying so hard, but I can see there my thumbs aren't on top. My hands are coming back to me, whereas I need to be more forward with my hand, up and forward with the hand. Anyway, we only got a 5.5. Working trot and then the loop. So that whole section is the transition and the loop. She put what shape of loop should be to X, so I was obviously too shallow and only got a 5.5. Actually, I think thinking back, I nearly forgot to do the loop, so the loop started a bit late. Anyway, guess what? We got a 6 for that transition. So it's getting better, even though when I read this back on the day, I was quite upset. Now, when I read through it when I got home, I actually felt and watched this, I felt much better about it. And that canter was actually quite nice. And we got a 6 for that canter as well. Just put lacking bend. Then we come back to the trot at C, which I felt that transition wasn't too bad. We got a 6, but it was an early transition. That was my fault, obviously, not accurate. Then we do a stretchy trot, and you'll see here, she shakes her head and I lose my rein. So we got again a 5.5, losing balance and no contact shown because I lost my rein. And then down the centre line, we do that in a sec. Sorry, the car's in the way. Mum was also very super busy this day. They had 5 rings going, so they had a lot of pencilers, a lot of judges, and Mum does the lunches for the judges, which sounds like I'd get priority, but I don't. Anyway, down the centre line, we got actually a 7.5. Lovely turn to centre line, straight, and lovely hold. So the very last movement of the day, and we got a really good score. So collective marks, pace is 6, impulsion 5, submission 5 again, and my rider position 6.5. Tess had some nice moments, watch flexion, bend, particularly into canter. Needs to be more around inside leg, which will help her not to be hollow in this pace. Well done. So yeah, the canter needs work, but we're well aware of that. And that's what we're working on. So there'll be more lessons with Lucy to come. Like I said, I've got the dentist coming. And I'll also probably get Ellie back to do a bit more body work with her. So, that's having horses, isn't it? There's always upkeep. And I also need to get back on my yoga mat. And I also need to think about my hands a bit more. But all in all, it was very good.
Well, what an afternoon. I must look like a wreck. So it was a quick lunch, and then I was into the car with the judge to do some penciling. So I've only just got my test sheets, and the the prelim 1-2 we got 58.9, so we didn't crack the 60, but I did have an error of course as well. And for the prelim 1-3 we got 60%. I actually felt like the prelim 1-3 was a little bit better, but there's so much to work on. It's actually a little bit deflating to be kind of back at the beginning again. Oh, Belle's still a bit sweaty. I didn't get to brush you off very well, did I, Bella? But it'll get better and better. I just got to keep telling myself that. It takes the 3 P's: persistence, patience, and practice. I'm not very good at the patience bit, but I'll have to learn to be. And when I look back on our tests, when we started doing the prep tests, they were very average, and I was getting very similar scores. So, you know, it will get better and better, and it's a challenge. And I am glad that we moved up. Sometimes I think maybe it was a bit too soon, but you got to challenge yourself to better yourself. So anyway, I'm going to go help pack up the rest of these arenas. It's been a very long day. I'm really tired. So we are going to leave it there. So until we see you again, I hope you stay safe, well, and enjoy the little moments in life. Bye for now.